Okay, guys, let's get right into the stock market technical analysis. We're going to follow up on some of these trade ideas I've been talking about. Again, if you've been short this market like we have on this channel, then you're making money. And so congratulations to that. We'll look at, where we're going to look to maybe cover some of these shorts. Again, if you remember, I got short the triple Qs back here on January 4th. So what we have is a downtrend now. We had an uptrend basically coming off the September 20th time frame. We tagged all these areas of support on the daily time frame, but up here at the highs we put in negative divergence. All right, momentum was dropping off on both momentum indicators, telling us we were about to break trend. We broke, little whipsaw right here, but basically broke, and we're downtrending now. All right, the last objective short area really was right about here on this little pop-up day on February 2nd. So I talked about that and let everybody know I didn't think the market was going any higher than right there, and that's exactly where it about topped out. Now we've got this flag. So here's your flag pole. We're flagging out. We should continue the flag down. And right now I have it ending up around 316 or so. So we'll see if maybe we get there this week. And that's what I'm looking at. On the weekly time frame, we have big bull market trend line, a big bull market channel coming off your 2009 lows, big upward price channel. We overshot the channel. Again, this is mostly due to the Fed money pumping, but you can see as I roll out and kind of clean this chart up a little bit, we are heading down to the top of this channel, and that's going to be about 328. Probably going to get there this week, I would think, and maybe we get a little bounce there, but ultimately I think we're going to break and start to head down towards, probably the bottom of the channel, down about 264 or so. And that would still keep the triple Qs in a bull trend, a longer term bull trend. If we come down and hit the bottom of this channel, we're still in a bull trend. So things to look for there, but I still like more downside and everything's looking good. SPY, going back to the daily chart here on SPY. On the daily, you can see we're continuing the downward flag. This one's, already cleanly playing out, but if I mark it like this, it really puts us at this area, about 409. And, we're not too far from there at this point. So it's not objective to short right here because we're already well in the money. The short trade's already, playing out, but, things to look for. I think there could be a lot more downside. On the weekly chart on SPY, again, this is your bull market price channel on the SPY right here. And you'll see I kind of have the top of the channel and then the bottom. We broke in 2018. The Fed tried to save us. COVID hit. The Fed did crazy money printing. And they were able to save the channel. But you see, we broke it again. And we had a sell signal on the weekly just, about a month ago or so, a couple months ago. There's your sell signal. And you see the back test. And now we're rolling over. So looks like we're starting a bear market. That's why I talked about in those videos back then, I think we're starting a bear market. I don't want to tell you that we're in a bear market when we're actually in it. I want to anticipate a bear market if it's going to come so we can get positioned, ahead of that. All right. You make money being positioned before something plays out, not when it's already, slapping you in the face. Okay. On the weekly chart, the flag really projects us to about, right in there, about 410 and possibly down to this 400 area of support. All right. IWM, which is small caps. So small caps, same pattern, that the small caps typically follow the large caps. Small caps, this is a weekly chart, but again, we don't have real support till we hit about 170. And that was kind of your pre-COVID highs. You can see here, two reactions right in this area. So I think we're heading right down there. So that's another, quite a ways down. I mean, that's basically another 12, 13% down. And from the highs, if we get down there, we will be down about 30%. So an official bear market, that's where I think we're going. So looking at that on the daily chart, clean bear flag there. So you've got kind of the flag pole, which is about like this. You could even extend it up to there. And then you take that flagpole and measure it from the point of the highest point of the breakdown in the flag, basically, and that projects us basically in that 170 area. So pretty clean technicals from my understanding. and we'll continue to let this thing work. Gold. All right, here's gold bullion. Clean uptrend. Looks like we're just continuing an uptrend right now. So on the daily chart, we had a isometrical triangle. All right, that's an indecision pattern. But again, I talked about how I favored the upside on the breakout because we're in a longer term bull trend coming off of the 2018 trend line. This is your bull trend. And the triangle, we just continued to hit support on that bull trend and hold. We also had bullish divergence that was in place back here, back in August. And so with that, along with the bigger bull trend coming off a good size correction, it looked like we were about to continue the upward trend in gold. So I'm looking at gold. I really think we're heading up to about 2,600, 2,700, somewhere right in there on this move. It's not going to happen all at once. We're going to, go up there in waves, but that's what it looks like. It looks like we're starting that next leg higher in gold. Miners are doing well today, so we'll look for that to continue. Oil. So oil's been in a bull trend. Oil's been a very strong sector, and it's definitely not my favorite sector to short, but I think it's due for a correction. So here's oil futures. We had a nice uptrend line in oil, pretty much from about 66 up to about 95. And we've started to put in bearish divergence or negative divergence on the RSI and the PPO. We broke trend right there on February 17th, and we've been backtesting, for the last few days. So I'm looking for oil to probably start to correct and head lower. And the way I'm looking to trade it is with this DVN. On DVN, you have this clean uptrend line coming off of November 2020, clear levels of support, lots of reactions on this trend line, clean negative divergence. And we're waiting for a sell signal. We're waiting for a break of the trend line. All right, we don't have it yet, but I think we're going to get it soon. But until we get it, we just watch. Okay, Amazon. So Amazon is one of the major market leaders. It's a FANG stock, and it basically it's really responsible for a lot of the gains over the last, 12 years or so. And I'm looking at a weekly chart here. Now, if I roll out and I just look at the last recession, which was the Great Recession, which is really right here, doesn't look like much. But this is where you can really mark out a trend line on the weekly chart. And you can see we had a reaction here. And we had a reaction here. We had 3 reactions. Now, if I roll out to where we're at right now, we have a sell signal on that trend line right there. So there's a sell signal. It looks like a back test and continuing lower. So we're at or near support, basically. But I think we're likely going to continue to roll over. So the support really... We traded sideways for almost a year, on Amazon on this weekly chart, and the support zone was about 2932, and that's pretty much where we're at right now. Although we've broken the major trend line, we hit that first level of support, so maybe we'll hold here for this week. We'll see. All right. The other thing to notice is this big sideways trading action was all negative divergence. So you see momentum just dropping off during that. So this looks like a topping pattern to me. Looks like we've kind of topped out in the bull market for Amazon, or we're likely going to start a bear market. Facebook already started a bear market, basically. You can see the major trend line on Facebook coming off 2012 on the weekly chart is right here. And we created, this upward channel. Here's the COVID crash. They recovered that. And we held that blue trend line, since then. However, if I clean this up a little and you roll out, you'll see we got a sell signal on Facebook. We broke trend, kind of recovered it for a couple weeks, about a month, then it really broke, and it just, the floodgates opened up and it just completely dumped. So Facebook's really given back, multiple, we're back at the COVID area in the price action. So many years basically given back in a period of just a couple weeks. So we'll see where this goes. But the point is that we've broken the bull trend on Facebook. Looks like we're starting to break in Amazon. Microsoft and Apple still holding their bull trends, but we're losing our leadership in the market. And to me, that just signals more downside to come. Okay, here's BABA. So BABA's been, BABA's from the highs, it's down quite significantly. We're down about 65% from the highs. It's probably due for a bear market rally. It isn't a bear market, but so here's what I got on BABA. It's been a pretty tricky one. I'm going to get rid of this. What we have, as far as I can tell, is bullish divergence, We've been building bullish divergence on both momentum indicators. Okay, we keep running down and hitting these lows right here. And today we're basically back down in that area right at support. So another divergent low, looks like an area of support. If you wanted to go long, that, in my opinion, this would be an objective area to go long, and you just set a stop, somewhat below and look for that bounce. If you wanted to be conservative, we have an uptrend line that started back here in October of 21, and this downtrend line. You could wait for a bull break of that, some sort of a buy signal breaking above that trend line. All right, target on this one I think would be a run up to go fill this gap at 161.50 and probably the 200-day moving average. And that's all I have on that one. However, if the market's going to continue lower, it could, it could continue to drag BABA down. Okay, quick video. I want to just get this out there. And all the trade ideas, I'm still short all these different trade ideas. So I'll keep you guys updated as things start to get close to their profit targets. And good luck, guys. Leave me a thumbs up. Check out my stock market technical analysis course if you haven't done so. I put a course out there for you. I charge $99. It's not free. My time's not free, but it's affordable. I kept the price affordable for all. And that's going to help you learn a skill set that should actually help you make a lot more money. So no guarantees, obviously, but it's out there. So check that out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.